My name is Rhapsody. Welcome back to Darkest Dungeon. We're midway through the Morbid Entertainment mission. We've got this entire party who aren't doing well. I wonder... I think I might be able to bring this same party back from the brink. To the point that I actually kind of want to continue with them. It's a holy water interactable. I have holy no water. Sorry, holy no holy water. There we go. I'll pop myself out in this direction. I'm looking for the possibility of a burn it for low stress. There we go. That's really good. I'll immediately use that for the man-at-arms, who is already at risk of a lot. Actually, hang on. What I should have done there is pass off the Ancestor Scroll so that the stress reduction was increased there. Resilient was going to be really good. Obviously, it increased it by 10%. But I could have gotten a little bit more out of it as well. Because it feels like as long as I get all of these hovering around 50, I should be able to kind of manage my stress down to the bottom. And all I have to worry about is whether or not Raz is up to the task, frankly. I have enough food that I could probably camp if I were given the option. Again, I'll poke my head out in each of these directions. That's a no-go on that one, friendos. Is that? Yeah, that's not our party ordering. I was so certain I was going to be leaving this dungeon that I was like, yeah, I don't even need to reorder my party. So apparently there are two different types of red key here. There's the red key of anger, and then there's the red key of like havoc or rage or something like that. And only the red key of anger opens this locked room, and then there's another red door over in the far distance. So effectively I was just misremembering something. But at the same rate, that's a little bit inconsistent. Let's see what we get. Can I stack the heavy boots? Damn. I obviously knew that I couldn't. But you can stack some unlikely things as a result of picking up the gemstone thing. I can't remember the name of it for the life of me. But you know, the gemstone thing. Yeah, I don't need that. Well, if it gave me holy water, no, I still don't need it. So Tyrant's Fingerbone, plus 3 speed if in position 1, plus 20 dodge if in position 1, yeah. Oh, it's going to be real tough finding someone wanting to use that. Okay. Another Withered Shrew. I've been taking a cudgel weight over a blood here. And the primary reason for that is I believe I'm currently missing a cudgel weight that I really would like to have. As long as we can take down that courtesan relatively early, we'll be fine. 10's okay, I guess. Managed to bleed both. That wasn't actually extraordinarily likely, so I'm very pleased that worked out. Stun that for maximum damage. Actually, never mind. Didn't stun it, though. Much. Okay, as long as we don't get, like, ridiculously crit over the course of this, we should be reasonable. That dodge chance was actually tiny. Really frustrated it connected. Or rather, didn't. Ah, nice. We resisted a disease there. I don't know what diseases these typically apply. But I'm glad they didn't do it. Yeah, please stop stressing out the rest of the party. Yeah, that's not gonna do it. Okay, that's really good. By using that as a crit, the courtesan moves forward, which gives us a lot more opportunity to hit them with something like Crush. There.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
QG stresses out. Irrational. Now we should probably start considering leaving.
Gasping, taken over the edge into madness.
Tiger Army is. Courageous, though. Ooh, that could keep us going.
Sedated.
Because we can cure the rest of those. It's more important that I remove the stress from her first.
The blood quickens.
See what we can do about debuffing you. This doesn't work. I just need to slow down this fight. Obviously, I want more healing, but obviously, I want more stress healing. I tend to just group them and call them recovery. Yeah, we're not that many moves from saving Raz from herself here. It's okay. I was gonna party heal anyway.
Is a rarity in the fevered pitch of battle.
I don't want to be called out for stalling, so we will finish that one there.
Ghoulish horrors, brought low and driven into the mud.
It's really good. Got a double scout. We'll be going up first so that we can pick up the green key. This is food at a trade for medicinal herbs. Yeah, I can do that. Oh, emerald. Oh, I really want the emeralds. Alright, I'm gonna drop a bandit. Oh, I can't drop a bandage. I don't need the money. I need an extra slot for food because I plan to rest. So all that food is really useful. And the way that we're going to be resting is use a shovel to destroy a wine crate. Gives us firewood. And that's going to have to take over the place of that there, unfortunately. So it looks like we're probably going to have 2 combats before we get to use our first rest. That's okay, though. As soon as we remove that Esquire, we are in a great position for this combat. 13 damage, 6 to 13 was the damage range. So that's really good.
Continue the onslaught.
Damn, Tiger Army does
Destroy them all.
I mean, if I can't stress heal my primary target, I'll stress heal my secondary target. Thanks. It's actually, frankly, quite good that I have 2 characters that are stressed out because now I have a diverse set of targets. Just in case you're wondering why I'm speaking a little bit slower and softer than I otherwise might. I had to record this very, very, very late at night because I've been doing a lot of other quite time-intensive things this weekend. Productive things, just like a lot of DIY around the house. Like I fixed a doorknob. I hung a painting on the wall of the entire map of Dark Souls 1, and then fixed my map of Middle Earth. Tomorrow I plan to fix the map of Westeros and Westeros. Yeah, no, I know this is all boring, but this is what I did all day. Just a bunch of DIY things. Installed a new air conditioner because it's coming up to the Australian summer, and the Australian summer just straight up incapacitates me. I'm not built for the weather of the nation in which I've always lived.
Reeling, about to break.
Like, I am straight up incapacitated by hot days. I just lie down and wait for it to be over. It's awful. It's like being sick, pretty much. Because I can't do anything at all. It's like I'm constantly dehydrated and sunstroke, but like, I drink a ridiculous amount of water. None of that's relevant, but it is to say that this episode is, number 1, probably about 2 hours late, and number 3, gonna be relatively quiet because I don't want to wake my roommates. So, there's that. I'm gonna yell at him. I hate that nothing I do connects. We should just be choosing, by the way, one target and trying to reduce them to no stress whatsoever. Obviously. The problem is when either of the targets refuse, we have to start stress healing the other one. Yell at him. I really need a debuff increase on our Jester there. Ugh. That's what I mean. Are they both paranoid as well? Thank you for marking yourself. No, you're masochistic. No, you're irrational. Never mind. I assumed the mark of self was a masochistic action, but... Well, I mean, it may literally be, but... I love that she just turned around and hit the other line. Prestidigitation creates a small fire in hand. We're about to be called up. Stalling. Yell at him. Cool. Enemy's dead as soon as they try and take an action. We get another healing action out there. Yeah, that actually kind of basically worked as well as it could have.
Unforeseen. Unforgiving.
One of the big problems we're going to run into when we camp is that... That's more food. I'm going to need that.
A handsome reward for a task well performed.
One problem we're going to run into when we try and rest... Ooh, that's a shovel interactable if I remember. But the problem we're going to run into when we try and rest is that we can't rely on any of the actions from Raz or from QG. And, oh, Gallows Humor would be really good if it worked. Let me turn that on just in case. Obviously, you know, weapons practice and tactics are quite amazing. But QG's Gallows Humor would be a really great stress heal for the entire party. Well, possibly the entire body.
Respite. A chance to steel oneself against the coming horrors.
Yeah, I actually have to give that a chance. Sorry, that was really big. I had to mute, like, kind of mute my own voice. Yeah, it says a scroll. Every rose says its thorns. Yeah, and then you decide to get more stressed out because of course you do. Okay, turn back time, one companion if you're afflicted. Yeah, cool. You're no longer afflicted. Then we'll swap that out and use forage there. So now we're only 5 stress. Yeah, we've managed to pull this one back from the brink. Back from the brink. Yeah, no, you are all right. I do roll my R's possibly a little too often, but hey, I'm full of weird affectations. Oh. Apparently we just scouted. And apparently there's a secret door. Ah, there. Okay, we might get ambushed, but yeah, we don't really have that much control over that at that point. I do want to smash this open.
Wealth beyond measure. Awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
I need not have smashed that open, mind. Alright, so what are we actually getting as a result of our effects? Virtue is giving us +2. Speed, that is. As well as +25% to all of our resists. Looks to be about it at the moment. Okay. And of course, they'll have, you know, occasional things that they do in battle. I don't know exactly what it is for Courageous, but... we'll see. Seven to 15.
Inspiration and improvement.
Whew. First, alright, Tiger on.
A
That's
Powerful
a
blow.
very powerful blow right there. Crit on the right target, manages to bleed both of them. The manservant's taking damage. It's just all gravy, baby. Damn it. If that hit and did more, 4 or more damage, that was going to be great. Skewering repartee. I like it. It's a good name. And you set up riposte. That actually surprises me. Infallible servitude on the front line. Okay. See how well that goes for you.
Their formation is
Straight
broken.
up kill him.
Maintain the offensive.
Alright, so Esquire now has 5 HP. Unless they transform. That's true. Raz is still not diseased. I forgot that. Oh, yikes. Huh. Like, I know they still have stress on them and they still have their affliction, but I didn't know that they did not yet have the disease. We'll take a couple recovery actions here. Unfortunately, Raz just turned down the stress heal. It's just not on. Wow, that actually managed to hit its blight. That's... If I let the Sycophant attack one more time, and it does anything but heal,
Sedated.
we can get like 2 extra rounds of recovery out here. And because I am the world's greediest human, I'll be doing that. Thank you very much. Deafening Whine is not a heal. Oh, never mind. Okay, stress was fine. Stress was fine. It's all good. Ooh. Very nice. All right, that's one dead Sycophant right there. I'm just gonna yell at him again. Thankfully, the first time we yelled at them, we did hit the debuff, which is how I say debuff. Hey, no longer irrational.
A death by inches.
None of those are ever going to equal the value of literally even just 1 blood. Now the secret room. Oh, nice. An abomination. All right. That should come fully equipped as a level 3 character. I think we're in the clear now. I actually think we kind of brought this one back around. The extra shovel there was actually huge. We're gonna make out of this one like bandits. It's gonna be great. 7 to 15 does 13. Very respectable. 6 with the bleed. That's a kill on that Esquire unless they heal themselves. Yeah. Stressing out Disneymere there is... it's certainly a thing you can do. I'd prefer if you didn't, though. That's a really nice kill for Raz to collect while using Hand of Light, because Hand of Light is the self-buff ability as well. Splitting daggers here would be really good. Ah, nice. Just stress heal as well. Oh, splitting daggers. Damn it. That's really annoying. The splitting daggers are now far less effective. You have 11 speed. Kyuji has 11 speed as well. Okay, I guess I can see why that happened, but that doesn't mean I'm okay with it.
Great Might is the weapon that cuts on its own.
Indeed it is. What a good weapon. Gotta start working off some of that stress on that character as well.
Decimated.
Destroyed. Dump.
Success so clearly in view. Or is it merely a trick of the light?
Yeah, more than happy to eat the rest of that food, frankly. We're actually in a really good position already. It's just the Jester's stress that concerns me. Well, actually, it's not just that. It's also the Death Store recovery on, you know, 2 of our characters there. Not only because it's a slight debuff in a bunch of different ways, but also because it reminds me of what had happened with the Crocodilian, which I've honestly just been trying to live down. Oh, gosh. It depends on whether there's a battle in this locked room as to whether or not we're likely to be able to take out the boss this episode. The thing is, there's a boss, and then there's another fight behind the boss, and then there's another thing down here that I want to do, so... We're definitely not leaving the dungeon for a while. I'm really glad that we managed to bring this back to the brink. Like, I'm actually kind of ecstatic about it. If only I'd actually given you your craving, we would have been in a much better position now. So go for the stun on the manservant, because basically I'm just setting up for that. What? Jeez. What if I picked it? 10% chance to miss. It's a 10% chance to miss, but if we had a 5% greater chance of hitting, we would guarantee a hit. Quick maths. That's also literally true, by the way. 95% is the always hit barrier. So if you have 95 or above in terms of your hit chance, you will always hit. Which, honestly, is very merciful, because it feels awful when you are that close, but you still roll low enough and get screwed. Like, that's an example of something that you can only understand feels bad when you playtest a bunch and then go, hang on.
They can be beaten.
This is frustrating a lot of players. Maybe we should change this.
If only treasure could staunch the flow of otherworldly corruption.
If only indeed. Alright. Pop that in there. See if we get a prize. Ooh. 7 minutes to defeat the Baron. I don't know about that. I really don't know about that. I think this episode is going to be relatively short, and then next episode we're going to finish the Baron, finish the bottom of this map, go back to town, treat all our characters, and set up for the mission thereafter. For the moment, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Darkest Dungeon. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you next time as we take out the Baron.